It's surrounded by natural springs, streams and rivers, yet many of the indigenous Nahua people who live there don't have access to running water in their homes. For many years, a powerful local group has controlled access to running water for their own economic benefit, charging connection fees which equate to more than 4 months' wages for many community members. In 2008, José Ramón Aniceto and Pascual Agustin Cruz were elected by the community to carry out public works to bring running water into their homes.
Digamos, yo como presidente auxiliar, yo acepté para que se haga esa obra, para que se beneficie en todo el pueblo. Yo me preocupaba porque pues me da lástima de que hay personas que no tiene agua, entonces yo me preocupé de que si yo acepté esa, entonces ahí empezamos a trabajar con los encargados como ingenieros del agua potable.
State and federal authorities approved and funded the project, but failed to protect those carrying it out from reprisals. The project initially showed promise. Each week, more and more people were connected to the water supply. But this challenge to the power of the local group controlling the water directly led to the accusation against José Ramón and Pascual stealing a car, something they hadn't done. As with so many indigenous defendants in the criminal justice system, they didn't get a fair trial. They were sentenced to 7 years here in the Huachinango prison, where their family can't visit them regularly because of the expense and length of the journey from Atla.
José Ramón and Pascual are victims of a system of justice that frequently discriminates against indigenous people and the poor. Amnesty International has documented many cases of human rights defenders like José Ramón and Pascual who've been prosecuted and convicted on the basis of made-up evidence. In their case, there was no substantive investigation to support the charges against them, and when the case went to trial, the judge dismissed the defence evidence and accepted the prosecution evidence without question. They are both indigenous Nahua people, with a very limited capacity to express themselves in Spanish. They were not offered a defence lawyer or an interpreter with a knowledge of their culture or their language, as is their legal right. This really undermined their capacity to defend themselves.
En Nahuatl. Porque es nuestro dialecto.
Nuestras tradiciones así.
¿Y cuando el juez estaba presente o...?
For over 2 years, they've been kept away from their homes, their village, their families and their work, for the simple reason that they dared to demand their rights and guarantee access to running water for all members of the community. Life in Atla continues for family members and friends of José Ramón and Pascual, including the difficulties they have accessing water. Meanwhile, the men remain in jail. One appeal has already failed, but now the Supreme Court of Justice is reviewing their case.
Ya afuera se siente uno más tranquilidad, más cómodo. A la hora que quiera uno ir al campo, o a la hora que quiera uno hacer un trabajo, todos estamos en el movimiento, se siente uno como nosotros siempre hemos acostumbrado de trabajar en el campo. Trabajar, sembrar maicito, sembrar café o otros tipos de productos. Entonces eso nosotros nos tiramos a eso. A veces hemos platicado aquí con Pascual, ojalá que saliéramos en algún mes o algún día. Vamos a estar, a convivir, contento, trabajar, sí, hacer trabajos. Portarse bien, sí. No demostrarle a las otras personas como enemigos, no, pues hay que mostrarle pensamientos, buenos conocimientos. Sí, eso es lo que debemos platicar, ¿no?
Amnesty hopes that this injustice will be urgently corrected and their innocence recognised, so that the two men can return to their families and community.